right now because of him. A lot of my credit repair customers because of him. If Jeremy promotes stuff out of me, like anything that, because I do a lot of things, I feel here, and Jeremy comes home every day or contacts me throughout his day with somebody, whether it be credit, like, hey, somebody's looking to do this, babe, I talked to them about you, blah, blah. Like, when we close the deal, y'all see the closing video, but just still the point is, he really, really, really values me, and he kudos for doing what you're supposed to do. Like, I'm a mom, I don't get kudos for it. He's a dad, but just like to just do it without any question, just because he just so me and wants me to win. So whichever room he's in, every room that he's in, since I've gotten my real estate license, he's this very moment. Just the fact of the matter is, I know this is a client. Their goal is, so instead of planning, we get to their goal. Anyways, y'all, let me go ahead into this condo. We're doing condo, y'all. Look at me. I came to the Finchies to get some lunch. Babe had sent me some lunch money. I was like, let me.
And I might got a little deal for y'all people. If y'all, I might got a deal for the people without wheels.
Happy Monday, guys. Happy Memorial Day, y'all. Or, yeah, I don't know if they say Happy Memorial Day because it is the fallen soldiers. So thank you all the soldiers out there, past, present, future, for your service. Thank you to those who have fallen in service of our country. We appreciate you, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Y'all have been blowing me up. And I had to listen. So I did listen to Lily first, because I do have a habit of listening to Kilolo first. And what I want for Kilolo to do is tell me why you have not responded, because I haven't even made it through her whole live yet. I'm sorry these pictures are grainy. This was the best I could do because sis busy over here, y'all. For real. I took a couple days off from the internet and I'm still busy. Anywho, I pulled what I could. Ma'am, why have you not responded to your lawsuit yet? Okay, hey Tashiri, hey everybody, Gangstar, Nicole, Key, and Nicole. Hey, ladies, what's up? To the Gangstars, thank you for getting here. What first? Okay. Can Keisha, you had all that time on the internet last night, but you did not talk about Midland Credit Management and a Neiman Marcus card that went into default. As much as you like to style, profile, and play rich for this internet, sis, why have you not responded to Midland Credit Management? And why is Mr. Anderson not copying to being Mr. Patel? I mean, Mr. Pastel. Okay. And furthermore, shall I say, Lily said, period, point blank, August has not been legitimized. Okay. AKA meaning claimed. Nobody has gone down wait, hold on a second. No one has gone down Fulton County and filed the appropriate papers to be the father on record. Hello. And this idiot, this pick me, is over here doing a damn, and I'm having to waste my fucking time on Memorial Day watching a pick me ass run to the internet to talk for damn 2 hours about a baby that hadn't even been claimed by the sperm donor. Can you tell me why you are doing a live about a little young man whose daddy hadn't even gone to claim him yet, but you sitting up here on here for 2 hours wasting our time on some stuff that is absolutely none of your fucking business, other than the fact that your kids and that child all have the same daddy? Can you tell me? That's really my opinion. If he hadn't gone to claim the baby, why are you sitting up here going back and forth with the mother? Because that's what we do know. That is the mother. Okay. And he very well may be the father. I'm sure he is. That's what they say. But he hadn't gone down there to Fulton County and produced what's very much needed is a birth certificate to display what is needed, which is the boy to have his name and his father's name to be in writing on some paperwork so that he can claim what's his own father. Okay? If your kids have a birth certificate with their daddy's name on it, August deserves at least that too. But you sitting in here looking stupid over here on these people's internet talking about some bullshit on a holiday weekend when people trying to take the weekend off and I got to go live on this silly stuff. Come on now. This is dumb. Okay? And I would have been mad too. Keisha would have been mad. Keisha is such a liar, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, if them girls came home from Jeremy's new boo thang house, let's just say Jeremy got a new boo thang and him and Keisha broke up, and Jory, Journey, and Jaya came home talking about that's Mama Jessica, that's Mama Drew, that's Mama Peaches, that's Mama Shanquavius the la la. Okay. That's Mama Boo Boo. Girl, she would be over down to the bar, over to the pharmacy so quick, having a damn nervous ass breakdown. If those kids came home, that's Mama Zaza Zaza. That's Mama Zaza. But you think it's okay to have another woman's son call you Mama Keisha? And this man hasn't even gone down to Fulton County and got papers on his own only son. The utter gall of it all. Are you kidding me? And you gonna sit in your little glam room, in your unglam room, talking shit on a holiday weekend? I was like, you gotta be kidding. So, okay. That's what I think. Pick-me's do what pick-me's do, which is cap for the man that they're with. They know what they got going on doesn't look like shit. Nobody really wants it anyway, but they want to make it look like something more than what it is. Ain't nobody want what you got. You know what I'm saying? August is a cute little boy with his mother who really protects him, with all her might. But she's a single mom and she does want him to have some male influence in his life. And you can't really blame her for that. I get it. Unfortunately, she laid down with a man who was slanging it. And I mean, we know this. There was clearly some love there. Those two had a thing going on. And Jeremy had to do what was better for his pockets, which was become Mr. Anderson. Okay. He chose to become Mr. Anderson because he knew if he was with Lily, he was going to probably have to step up because Lily was going to be like, nigga, you need to get a job. Okay. And you need to support us. Right. And he already had the twins over there with Keisha, and Keisha was pregnant with his baby number 4. Okay. So he took the route of the least resistance for him, which was I can go over here and become Mr. Anderson and be her wife. Cause that's, you know what I'm saying? Like she wanted a wife with a, you know, look, she wanted, if you've been around here long enough, you know what Keisha wanted. Okay. She wanted a wife. And Mr. Anderson, as he was named on the paperwork, it was filed. Was it not filed over to Fulton County? Check the receipts I posted the other day. They said it was Mr. Anderson, the co-inhabitant of the house, 6'7", 200 pounds, and looking about 40, answered the door and accepted the Midland credit lawsuit that was filed for the credit reporting lady. And he went ahead to go ahead and become her wife. Yeah, that's Mr. Anderson. I was like, you know what? Okay. what was her name? Girl, the lady on the paperwork. Girl, y'all seen it. Anyway, I don't know why. Like Lily gave up. Basically, Lily went live. I'm trying to pull up what Hazel said because y'all said Hazel had some words. Hazel said, I guess people can't speak on their experiences anymore without motherfuckers' dirty, crusty panties getting bunched up. Too bad, so sad. Oops. Okay, let's put this up on the big screen. So, you guys, if you are from Real Talk Bougie and you're over here right now, this is where Hazel comes to play over here. This is her best friend in the blonde wig. That's Ashley. That's Boo Boo's best friend. Okay. Boo Boo in the blonde hair has a son with this person, the wife of Miss Anderson over here. That's Ms. Anderson, and that's her wife, Mr. Anderson in the middle. Okay. Mr. Anderson has a baby with this lady with the blonde hair, and she's best friends with the lady she calls Tay, which is for Octavia. Octavia. Okay. Hazel. Okay. I guess I am Hazel goes by. That's out over here on our side. They call her Tay. Okay. Because that's Octavia. Okay. Her best friend said, I guess people can't speak on their experiences anymore without motherfuckers' dirty, crusty panties getting bunched up. Too bad, so sad. Who records a toddler crying, though? Very odd and weird behavior. Seek help immediately. Okay. And I agree 100%. Okay. Let's pull it up. Mm. It's been some dirty business going on. I have not finished Keisha's video. That's why we're not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, but we're not going to see about it at this moment because ma'am hasn't seen the whole thing. I watched all of Ashley. I said, you know what? Let me go in reverse because sometimes I'll watch the Keisha and then I don't get a chance to really get into what Ashley did or what she said, the commentary that popped it all off. So that's what I did. So let's see. Y'all, I went to see Tasha K last night. It was so good. It was fun. It was very much giving fun. We had a nice time. Let's see. So this is the one she said, motherfuckers, dirty, crusty panties. Okay. Help in your trap, take over your trap, keep the videos coming, sis. It's making them. So if you follow I Am Hazel and you're like, what is going on? This is what's going on. I'm getting ready to make it make sense for y'all. If you don't know, now you'll know. Making them lose weight, they can't sleep, they ain't feeding their kids. It's sad state of affairs. Recording a distraught child and playing it for a bunch of fucking strangers on the internet is diabolical. That brain in so you wonder why August can't come to the house, or not can't. I mean, I guess the decision was made, we're not playing these games. That brain in the pits, like the self-esteem. This is some next level shit. Nurse, she's out again. Nurse, she's out again. Uh-oh. Cis meds might not be regulated. Talking about this is too hard. Bitch, ain't nothing as hard as them titties. What? You can handle it. I promise. Okay. Anyways, August is so innocent and such an amazing, smart, healthy child. And as long as he's around us, he will continue to thrive. Back to regular scheduled programming. So this is the deal, y'all. Hazel, yes, Hazel is Lily's best friend. So Lily, I did watch her video yesterday. I was actually watching it when she was live. I happened to dip in right when she was telling everybody to follow her on Instagram, and that the hackers had gotten in touch with her so that she could try to retrieve something from her account and get a payment and that whole thing. But I listened to the whole thing this morning because I was like, oh God, what really happened? So she was talking about the reason why she made the decision to be good on her situation with Mr. Anderson, the sperm donor. Okay. Some of y'all used to call Jeremy sperm donor back in the day. And I was like, I wasn't really there yet. Cause you know what I mean? Like I haven't been here since the Spellman days. Okay. I haven't been here since Spellman days. I only came in here not too long. You know what I mean? Like it's been a few years around the pamphlet. It's very much giving sperm donor. When Ashley had to say it a couple of times and it really resonated with me how he has not gone down to Fulton County yet and filled out the fucking paperwork to put his name. If God forbid, you know what I mean? Like we all have to think about this stuff when you're mothers and parents and all that kind of stuff. If something happens to me, what's going to happen to my child, right? Don't all of us responsible folk think about that type of stuff? If something were to happen as a father, you're basically okay with the child going to be wherever the child ends up with the grandparents, with whomever, the sister. And that might be the right place anyway. But at the end of the day, as a father, who does not put their name on the paperwork for a child? That is someone who does not want to be responsible. And that's very sad. And listening to Ashley, I know people have lots to say, whether you love Ashley or you don't. And I don't look and say what you mean, don't say it mean. I support Ashley. I really see that sis is doing a lot. And I'm sure being a mother is hard enough. Being a single mother, I have no doubt, is a lot. Dealing with fucking Jeremy is probably more than a lot. And the fact that you got to deal with this hoe who likes to go live on your name, that's a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay. So say what you mean. At the end of the day, I really do support her in terms of this dude is a bum. He hasn't put his name on her paperwork for the boy. And if something were to happen to the mother, it's going to be easy for you to say how you didn't do anything because the grandmama got him, the this got him, the that got him. And you guys understand what I'm saying from a standpoint of as a mother, as a father, as a parent, those are the tough conversations you have to think about when you produce a child. What do I what safety measures do I put in place for my child in the event I'm at the hospital? Anything. I'm not just talking about the ultimate. I'm just talking about anything. Emergency contact, anything. Legal. His name is not relevant. So when she stated he's not legitimized, that comes from a standpoint of you do what I say. And if you don't do what I say, it's kidnapping, it's all kinds of things. And I can call the law and tell them you were babysitting because that's all you're doing at that point is babysitting. Y'all babysitting. When you have a child and your name is on a birth certificate, you are caring for your own. Since you have not legitimized the child, you are what's called babysitting. Babysitting. Okay? Y'all babysitting. And your nosy ass girlfriend is doing that, being nosy. And that might be the child's sisters, but that's not relevant because it's not on paperwork. That's not on paperwork. So it doesn't matter if you have a DNA test or whatever. In the eyes of the law, it's not law. It doesn't mean anything until it's on papers, till you have accepted responsibility for your child. So you can't be mad when things don't go your way when you haven't made the steps to make things go your way, right? Ashley has really look, I know, you know what I'm saying? Like the thing I like about Ashley's not perfect. And some of you might not agree with her lifestyle. You don't have to. Okay. You don't have to. I didn't hear her ask anybody to, right? Some of y'all work at the Ford or the Chrysler plant overnight. She works at the club. Okay. She works a third shift just like anybody else, second and third shift. Okay. At the end of the day, Keisha can sit on her little high mountaintop if she wants to. Sis, your man is a bum. He's a bum diddy bum bum bum. And if you think that what's good for your kids isn't good for the next kid that he happens to father, you just wait till the chips fall down and he's over at Miss Tequila's house and the girls are calling her Mama Tequila. Okay? Once he gets you all the way straightened out and he's over there at Miss Tequila's house and Jury Journey Jana come back home talking about Mama Tequila, girl, you gonna have a damn fit. You gonna have a fitty fit. Okay? Ashley was perfectly within her rights to think this is some bullshit as to her told me to call Mama Keisha. You're not even his wife. You hadn't even really been around like that since he was a baby. And you don't like his mama. You know how many news stories we've seen? I think I showed y'all one 2 weeks ago and I was like, y'all can't take it. I showed y'all a lady who could not stand the mother of her husband's outside baby. She threw the baby in the air and purposefully did not catch the baby. The baby died of some internal injuries. Ma'am is awaiting trial on murder. She had abused the child, all kinds of things. She was mad. Her husband went out and had a baby on her and brought the baby home. Okay. Ma'am lost it. Now, I'm not saying she went crazy anyway. What I'm saying is, ma'am lost it because her husband bought the baby home and wanted her to look out for the kid, I guess, when he was at work or whatever, come visit with the people. Ma'am could not get past it. And it seems like you can't get past it either. And the fact that you verbalize so much that you can't get past it, it makes you look weird. It makes it something in her mom core that makes her know, like, you know what? She don't like me anyway. I have a family member. I'm gonna say it like that. I have a family member that dealt with a situation like this. 2 kids, started going through a divorce with her husband. Husband started taking up with this lady before the marriage broke up. I don't know what the cheatation really looked like, but he was overlapping, right? Anyway, when the kids would go over to the house, because he tricked the lady out of her house, and because they were supposed to sell it, and then he moves Boothang up into the wife's house, and they just could not get it sold. She would be cooking like big pots of like red pepper soup. She was African, Nigerian. She would be cooking like traditional food. When people were coming to visit the 4,000 3-car garage, brick house, in the front part of the subdivision, and couldn't get the house sold, all the things, right? That lady would treat her kids different when they would go over to the house. And she didn't like it and called it out. And it got to the point where the kids kind of didn't go over there for a while. And then finally, once they got old enough, they started going over, because then they were able to really speak for how they felt when they went over to that lady's, formerly the other, the mom's house, now the residence of the side chick, new wife, right? I mean, if one lady doesn't like another lady, I wouldn't feel comfortable sending my kid over there either. I just wouldn't. And the fact that Keisha she justifies. How do you think that Ashley should justify putting on a cute outfit and packing a bag and sending your kid over to someone's house who was sitting on Live About You for 2 hours? Just think about it. Some bitch goes live on you for 2 hours. Like, I don't expect anybody to send their kids over here to me, to Auntie Fran's house, even though Auntie Fran is a great mother, so sweet, and I love all the kids. I don't expect anybody to send anybody over here to my house to play. Okay, Letitia Stout. Okay. How many mothers have we seen? Mothers or stepmothers or weirdo girlfriends take out children. Okay. Or just do weird shit. Not saying that that's what Keisha would do, because no one's saying that. But we have seen the plight of the woman who can't stand another woman and takes some sort of retribution out on the kids. And to have a recording of a child, I got to the part where she was talking to August. I don't know. I feel like it was kind of in a blog. Remember, I do remember the blog. Remember, we went over that video that day where they were doing their own party to make up for the fact that they had missed August's birthday months before. And we talked about this like a year ago, right? Or it wasn't quite, it was maybe 9 months ago because it didn't happen. You know, they did the makeup birthday party much, much later. Um, Hold on. Let's see, Keegan. Oh, she was mad. I think she said she didn't watch it, but someone sent it to her. But isn't whether you watch something when it happens or you watch it later, does that still not qualify for watching it? Doesn't that still qualify for you watched it? It's the cute thing to say. I was not watching it when it happened, that I'm not notification gang. But at the end of the day, like, come on, can we be mature YouTubers at this point and just say, sis, you however it came to you, you watched it. And you were very much bothered that Lily is speaking on y'all because you would rather have it be silent. I mean, nobody wants everyone to know that the man that you put up on a pedestal as father of the year isn't. Okay. Period. End of sentence. Okay. You make him father of the year, but we know he's not. Okay. Okay. On per. That's what we see on this internet. Okay. This is for teaching purposes. Okay, because daddy lives a daddy gone lifestyle. Okay. Jeremy exudes. If daddy gone was a person, baby, the epitome of daddy gone is when you look at that birth certificate and there's nothing there under father. How, as the woman, how can you lay down and spread it wide and bust it open for a man who is absent from a birth certificate? And you want to give him another one without a marriage license in 2024? Over 30? Gosh. And then got the nerve to be on a damn date. Y'all, I didn't know what to watch first. I was watching the Pop the Balloon, and we got that's a whole separate episode. Okay, we have to talk about that. She was walking around with her little grapefruits out in front of these men. She was damn near walking around topless. As hold on. Yes, Portia. As I can't imagine that a man is okay with, I know you guys are going to say he don't care. I cannot imagine how a man is okay with a woman damn near walking around topless and think that that's cute and okay. Like, it was just absolutely awful. We're not going to get too much into her Pop the Balloon episode. Keisha did one of those Pop the Balloon kind of whittling down the dating pool. And I am kind of curious how it turned out because I watched about the first. I got to the girl who was 36, the girl who she has cute shape. She was very attractive. Um, there was the like biomedical engineer, and then the next one was another attractive lady. Um, but the funny thing to me, let's sidestep to the Pop the Balloon thing real quick. These men, she picked, okay, let me say, okay. Notice the we're gonna talk about that. I can't talk. I'm not even gonna get into that right now. But this is what I'm gonna say. The 36-year-old confident woman, which they all seem to be very confident ladies up to that point. Because like I said, I didn't see anything beyond that yet. the minute she walked in and said she was 36, did you see how many balloons? Like they just all opted out. Was that not crazy? It's a, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're at 162 likes. Guys, take a minute, look at your phone. If you're not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, hit the subscribe, make sure your notifications are set. Set them to all so you can always be notified every time I go live, post a video, do some commentary, pull up, talk some shit, post to the commentary, post to my community wall, and all of the things. Also, take a moment to hit the like button because guess what? More likes, less commercials. Okay. More likes equal less commercials. And maybe you have premium and that doesn't matter. And that's good because we love premium. So any of shouts out to all my premium folks out there. This does not apply to you because you won't be seeing any commercials. Okay. But if it applies, so you know what I'm saying? Lot more likes, less commercials. Okay. Okay. All right. That is my and I'll say one last thing. It's a free way outside of doing what's super important right now, which is watching this video. It's another free way to support this channel. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Premium gang. Okay, Aisha. Yes. Keisha said her was gonna be real grown, but the guys picked her. She picked they were awful. The guy who looked like Two Chains, when he called the grown woman, the 36-year-old, who came through, he called her a bitch. And he didn't call it like you fucking bitch, but it was more so like, bitch, why? Like just very trashy. It was a very kind of, hey, do you want to go on a dating show? That she probably met them all at a gas station. These were some gas station dudes. These were some dudes that she probably ran up to in her outfit and said, hey, come with me. Do you want to be on a TV show? I've got 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. Nobody of some substance or anything. The one guy who was like the flight attendant, like there were a couple standouts. The African dude with the pink hair needed to stop. There's a reason why. You know what? When we do the reaction to that video, from the perspective of my opinion as a woman as to why all those men are single, that's how we gonna approach it. We gonna come from the other side. We're not gonna even get on the ladies because we know the dating pool is very rough out here, and maybe it'll shed some perspective as to why you're picking the wrong types of men, and that in 2024 we are chanced out, and we do not need to continue to act like this is the damn humane society and we're going to go pick up a puppy. It is okay to be seated and focus on your career, get those bags in the bank, preserve your putty cat and your sanity, and go on a nice girls' trip and find something else to do other than get yourself tired, weak, and maybe pregnant and being slayed by some non-committal dick. Okay? We're going to talk about the men. Those men were pathetic. That was a very sorry ass group of men samples, and that's what we're going to talk about. Stop going at these men like you going over there to the damn humane society, or you're going over there to damn animal control and picking up a pit bull or a puppy. Okay? Stop making visits to the Build-A-Bay workshop. Because Build-A-Bay workshop is going to get you this Negro in the center right here. Is going to get you a couple of cute kids, and you're going to be sitting there alone, pissed that you don't have any help or the coins hadn't came through like they were supposed to, even if it's just to pay for your Hawaii vacation, that you got everything straight, but you got a whole side of the family that is missing in action because homeboy is trash and the family is too. Okay? Wait, sit and wait. Somebody decent is going to come along, but somebody decent cannot find you, that good man, because you are busy over here with the bum. The bum is over at your house and his cologne is still wafting through your apartment. And you know that your backyard is not clean. So when you meet a decent guy, you're not mentally capable to receive your blessing because you are too busy dealing with a bum. And then guess what happens? You go to church and you see that nice guy and he's already taken up with Sissy. Sissy. Sissy Fabulous. Okay. Sissy Fabulous was waiting. She's over there playing organ at the church. Y'all was in the same sorority, everything. Go the same gym, all that. But Sissy was writing a book. Sissy was being still. Okay. Sissy was going to soccer on Saturdays. Okay. And she met him at the adult soccer league. Okay. And now they're getting married in 6 months. Okay. So I'm telling you, have several seats. Enjoy your summer, but do not engage in Build a Bay workshop. Do not. Do not. You don't want to have to tell anybody how you got duped by a fool. Okay? Because having sus baby daddies makes you look bad because it questions your judgment. Okay? Like we said, let's get back on Lily and Keisha. Lily has copped to a lot of her dealings with Jeremy. She's copped to it. She understands it. She's turned away from it. She sees the error in her ways and she doesn't want to expose herself or her son to this anymore. And she really doesn't have to because at the end of the day, Jeremy doesn't even handle this situation. He's over here having Keisha go live for was it 2 hours? Because like I said, I'm not through all of it. So we'll get into some of it tomorrow. I already started like taking some clips. Okay. But it is crazy to me that you're not even a wife, you're not even a fiance, you are nobody to this boy. You are nobody. If you and Jeremy break up tomorrow, August will never see you again. August will be going over to the next lady's house and it's Jory, Journey, and Jaya who will be seeing the next lady's kids. Okay. August could go through life never having to see Keisha again. You're not relevant, sis. Even if you were a wife, if he leaves you, it's over, sis. You trying to get the boy to call you Mama Keisha for what? You're not his wife. You haven't made an impact. You don't love his mother. It's one thing if you and Ashley formed a friendship and an alliance and had some sort of situation going on where you guys were like, y'all, we overcame that. We're good friends. We've got a great relationship and all these things. That's not the case. That's not the case. You just want him to call you Mama Keisha because you want Jeremy to see you in a light that he's going to wife you up. You're nuts. You being Mama Keisha doesn't make a difference in him wifing you up or not. That's not what's going to get it. He will break up with you and be married to somebody else. Do you see how so first of all, in the dating program, the 36-year-old, all them scrubs in that room, they all opted out real quick. You know why? Because it was that certified to me at that moment. These are a bunch of fucking scrubs. You got a 36-year-old fit, beautiful baddie walk in the room where you would say on a list of 10 things, we don't know, she could be nuts. But as far as the physical attributes and some of the things that they highlighted, that seems to be allegedly what men like to go for. They all popped the balloon. And I think they did it at the fact that she's grown. She's 36 and they were all immediately intimidated. The 24-year-old had very similar characteristics. She was fit. She had a cute little shape. She was attractive, natural hair, all the things, right? They didn't want her either. They didn't want her either until the bums heard that she was a biomedical engineer. And then it was like, oh, she's an engineer. These niggas are bums. That's why that show was stupid. There was a bunch of bums. Okay. Now the one moment that I had, I guess I'm talking about the dating show again. But the one moment that I had that I was just like, okay, they got it right this time. Nobody wanted to date the 18-year-old. That I was proud of, at least. The girl is a child, and even the 30-year-old put it into perspective. You know what I'm saying? If she were 28 and he was 40, okay. 18 is still a child, even though the age gaps is the same. The level of maturity, the grown woman, that's a different story. 18 is a baby, and no man over 23 or 24. I mean, I would even say 22, but 18, you're grown like that, whatever. Anyway, um, they were just all bums. Anyway, Jeremy fits in with that characteristic. If Keisha had any hand at all in vetting these men, I'm not surprised. I'm just not surprised. They were all varying different. They were all a variation of different bums of the quality of Jeremy. That's just my opinion. Well, she shouldn't have been there, but she's an adult. If they had a 22 college boy there, I would have agreed with that. 18, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it wouldn't be mine. 18, but you see how she was dressed, y'all. I mean, come on. Sis is grown. She's looking for a man. Luckily, and I was actually kind of like, okay, good. There is at least a barometer of sense within these bums that they would not venture with a child. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? It's just not worth it. She's too young. Um she was way, way, way too young. But obviously the women didn't mind setting up an 18-year-old rather than the women saying, you know what, let's just go for 21 and over. The fact that they threw a little pupacito out there, little puppy out there for the hungry wolves was really a dirty trick. I thought that was very dirty. We'll talk about that too. It was almost like offering up a little bunny rabbit sacrifice, but luck the men, I was kind of like, okay, at least they have some morals to not try to engage with a young girl like that. I would never under a woman stay with a man with a prospect. He doesn't even have anything going on for him. He's Mr. Anderson. He's Mr. Anderson. That's it and that's all. So okay. So look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how it came up. I watched all of Ashley's thing, and I guess I'm blanking right now as to how this whole thing came up. I'm probably gonna have to take a little bit of notes. Um, but basically she wanted to kind of follow up and give a update or an answer as to why what's going on is going on and why Jeremy isn't seeing August. Number one, it's because let's just say number one reason why Jeremy isn't seeing August is because he didn't want to. That's what I would say. This is my opinion. And you guys, I'll write something. I'll put up a poll. You guys can vote on it. Number one reason why Jeremy, what's the number that we're at right now? 44 minutes in. Okay. Number one reason, my opinion, as to why daddy gone, because he wants to be. He's not interested. Why is he not in August's life? And as cruel as it may sound, it's because he doesn't want to. Number two reason why Jeremy doesn't step up as a dad, he's not even on the damn birth certificate. So he doesn't really care about August's future, because if something were to happen to the mom, say she's out the country on a trip, he has no legal standing, no legal footing. He can't run August to the doctor. I don't know what she has set up as far as like an emergency contact for him, but there's nothing legal that ties him to August other than maybe blood. If they have had a court DNA test, but right now it's really on some babysitting. It's on some babysitting. That's it. Okay. So number one, he doesn't want to. Number two, it's not legal. He has not put anything in paper. It is not legitimized. Um, not really. He's not his next of kin because it's not on a birth certificate. He's not legitimized at all. So there's no legal footing to August at all. He can say he's the father, and he may have a DNA test that says he's the father, but legally, He's not the father because he's not on the birth certificate. I mean, he's the, you know, what I mean, technically biology, he's the father, but he can't go do anything without being on that paperwork. He's a certified deadbeat. Absolutely. And you guys don't even have to agree with me. I've watched a couple. I had a We watched it over on Real Talk Bougie, but there was a lady and a guy who were going at it over the kid. They had two kids together. One kid, he still hadn't put his name on the birth certificate, and it was Judge Manning. And I have to find that episode. But Judge Manning was like, she came to pick up the baby, and the fact that you would not release the baby, they ended up calling the police. It was kidnapping because the kid is not on any paperwork. Like, that's not his kid legally. He's not legitimized. You're there, you're babysitting, and mom came to pick up the baby, and you need to turn the baby over. If the baby's not on paperwork, you've just kidnapped the child. I was like, really? Well, it's laws to protect children. If it's important for a child to be yours, then it's important for you to put your name on the birth certificate so you have legal rights. If you do not put your name on the birth certificate, then you might just be on paperwork DNA. You've got to put your name on the birth certificate. Check it out. So to me, he really doesn't care. I don't know if he's on Journey. I mean, let the truth be told. We don't know if he's on Journey, and Jaya. Why can't I say it? Journey, the three J's. We don't know what's on the three J's. We just know that he stays up under that roof. Jeremy is a bum. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. Y'all can feel different about it, but he's a whole bum. And, for Lily is concerned, the reason why she is able to cut ties off, if that's what she really wants to do, is because he doesn't have any legal standing. Until he goes to court to legitimize himself as August's father, he has no right. He can't even go to court right now and ask for anything because he's not paying child support. He's not on the birth certificate. Okay. And so all of that being said, the fact that old Dodo Head over here went live for all this time, and you've got a child in your phone that does not belong to you, that is the sibling to your children, and this man who you lay next to doesn't even have paperwork on this baby, I would feel awkward about it. Number one, to have those type of recordings of a child that doesn't even have paperwork, and you're running around here playing it on the internet as much as you're bothered by people talking about you. You're lucky that Ashley doesn't get that video and have you take it down. That you're playing audio of her child taken without her permission, and you're making coin off of it on a YouTube video. Okay. She didn't put that audio up. You collected that audio. Jeremy is a bum. Yeah. Girl, and his husband Keisha. Okay. Okay. So can we get back to this too on top of all that? So Keisha is live. Hold on. Let me get the exact time. Whew. Y'all might not want to talk about this tomorrow. I don't know. Let me see. Keisha Kaylee. What I want to know, if you guys want to see the paperwork, this was live for 2 hours and 33 minutes yesterday. Did she mention, because you all said I didn't get to watch, I'm not done, I'm about halfway. I'm at
In the midst of teaching your mom's name, this your dad's name, this your sister's name, blah blah blah. There were several times where the girls were around, mostly the whole entire time, and they will be.
So her point in trying to train not her son, not Jeremy's legal son, in the eyes of the Fulton County, state of Georgia, because he's not on any paperwork. He's just August is over there being babysat by his sperm donor. You want it because you're upset because your kids are either calling you Keisha or you're mad because your kids are trying to understand how there is a whole young boy slap dab in the middle of the twins and Jory, and you're trying to make it make sense as to how daddy maneuvered having a baby outside of mommy with another lady. That's okay. I can take a few calls. Like if you guys, someone said they wanted, friend, could you do a call in? I said, y'all better call in. I'm gonna drop the phone. Um, she's mad because she got to explain to Journey Jory Jaya that daddy handled business outside the house and brought home a son. Okay. When she played that clip of August crying, that was so unsettling. Okay. I heard her talking to him. I didn't get to that part yet. This is where I'm at. I'm about almost an hour in. Um, oh, we're gonna talk about okay, so we gonna get all the way. This is like the pre-show, okay? This is the pre-show, and then we're gonna get more into it. I have just want to finish watching it, so we'll definitely we'll do that for our morning. Hi, Dr. A. Hey boo. Hey boo, hey. Why would the hacker be so involved with her? So that is what I heard. Um, look, Keisha, if I were Ashley, look at Boosie. If I were Ashley, I would go talk to a police detective to find out if they can look into how all of this is happening. How her account got hacked with 20,000 subscribers. Um and that it's all coincidentally happening in some kind of way. This crazy lady who happens to be the baby mom of your baby dad um somehow is mixed up in it because you think she's stalking, like, you know what I'm saying, like, girl, go down there with that blonde wig on and get real bleach blonde Karen about it, just like Keisha can deliver that bleach blonde Karen, that bleach blonde bad built B6 shit. Ashley, go down there with some sunglasses on, like you hadn't slept, looking tired and very worried that you've got some weirdo who might be stalking. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would do because that's weird. So how did that happen, girl? I don't know, but it's on some. I've heard this before in Atlanta. This is not the first case of this type of weird shit happening in Atlanta, and it won't be the last. I would, if I were Ashley, go up in there, scratching my head, and play a little like, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Let them figure it out. Let them put some paper to them. Let them go and jump in those squad cars and go ask some questions uh, at a place in Atlanta. Let them, yeah. Let them go ask some questions. Go look. If you live in Roswell, I'm gonna tell you, go see Natalie Fields or damn Tim Lupo. Go look them up. If you live in or around Alpharetta, girl, not Alpharetta, was it Roswell? Girl, if you live near Roswell, call Natalie Fields. She'll help you out. Okay. Because sis likes a good case. Okay. Okay. Um, let them. Girl, brush out that little blonde wig, go in there and tell them you got some weird stuff happening. And this crazy lady who happens to date your baby Fava seems to have a lot of information that she really shouldn't, and some opinions on things that, like, sis, how do you even know what's going on in my life? Okay. Mm. I would let the taxpayer dollars do their work. Okay. That's what I would do. And that's it. Okay. Let the police, I wouldn't get any more into it. Let the police do their job. I would file a damn report. Okay. Credit repair, credit reporting. Mm, okay. Okay. Okay, Fonnie Jr. Look, Fonnie Willis Jr. Have a seat. Uh-huh. I wouldn't hire a private investigator. There's a whole police department. Something called Atlanta PD. Let them do it. They love this kind of stuff. They got a whole white collar crime unit. Cyber stalking and all that stuff fits right into it. I would for what? Ashley's a single mother. I'm sure everybody's got a budget. No matter how much money you make, people have budgets. I wouldn't spend $1 on a private investigator for nothing. Go down to APD and file a report. If you think this shit is weird and you just heard someone running their mouth too much and putting their foot in their mouth and falling down a bottomless pit hole and implicating themselves or having way too much information, then I would go let the people who get paid to do that figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because there's someone out here who loves to like play like she's being harassed, meanwhile is pulling the strings on things from behind the scenes and just weird. So that's what I would do. If all of a sudden my situation, like something happened to my situation on the level of like what's happening with Ashley, I wouldn't say another word about it. Because that's how I wouldn't say another word about it, and I would be handling it from behind the scenes and see what they can find out and come up with, because people get very smug and get very kind of like feel like they're indestructible, they've got it all figured out, and they end up slipping up, messing up, and they get found out. So anyway, guys, I'm going to have to come back. I'm going to listen to the rest of this, but I wanted to come before it got too late. And I want to finish watching Keisha's. I mean, I do want to go through her video. It's 2.5 hours. It's going to take us damn near the whole week, but we can get into it. I would like to get into about 30 minutes of Ashley's, and then talk about what Keisha had going on over there. But it's crazy. Y'all said you wanted to call in. We can resume this evening, like around 9 o'clock. If y'all want to call in. If y'all aren't gonna call in, then we'll just do this in the morning, because we'll just do our regular reaction and review. But if you want to know what I think about what's going on, like I said, I did watch Ashley's. I agreed with her 100% that what Jeremy has done and how he has displayed himself as a father is just August. He's missing a lot because he deserves to have a father. Every human being deserves to have both parents if both parents are able. But the fact that Jeremy is willingly opting out, I mean, why try to pursue something that someone is not like? The fact that she has to want it more, she's already mothering. The fact that she has to want more of the father relationship for the father is absolutely not her job. As a father, you should want to be there. As a father, you should want to support your kid. As a father, you should want to secure their future by putting your name on a birth certificate and giving him what he deserves to have, which is the acknowledgement that you and this woman made this baby, and legally that is your son. The fact that he has not stepped up to legitimize his son in the state of Georgia is bullshit and makes them babysitters. The fact that Jeremy is only a babysitter, really and truly, Keisha needs to shut the fuck up, because she's not even she's the girlfriend of the babysitter. And yes, he's definitely a deadbeat, but he's worse than a deadbeat. He doesn't even count. He's not on paper. It's one thing. Deadbeats are on birth certificates and maybe defaulting on child support, right? That's a deadbeat. A deadbeat parent is on child support but doesn't pay it, right? And that means what? If you're on child support, you're on the birth certificate, right? What's a father who's not even on the birth certificate, who does not acknowledge their father, their son, and their duties as a dad, and doesn't even show parties, twinsies graduations, things of that nature? He's a fucking bum, y'all. You can't be a deadbeat if you don't have paperwork. He's nothing. He's a damn fired ass babysitter. Okay. Okay. He's not even a he's not the father. If she sent the police over to their house, you have to turn the kid over. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a legal standing at all. He's not on the birth certificate. He's not the father of record. There's no daddy in the blank on the birth certificate. The birth certificate blank under father is blank. He was late to the graduation for the kiddos. He was shopping for an outfit at the damn ratchet ghetto daycare where people had on t-shirts and nothing. He could have just gone with what he had on, which he did. He doesn't have to schedule nothing because he's not on the papers. He's legally not obligated to do anything at this point because he's not on the birth certificate. So she can't file. I guess if she filed child support on him and they subpoenaed him, they would do the court mandated DNA test. And then I guess if he acknowledges, I don't know what the law is as far as her having him subpoenaed and him having to give a sample to. So let's just say this: if she's on welfare, I think when you're in the welfare system and you subpoena someone to come forward as the father because the kid's on state benefits, but if the child is not on state benefits and she hasn't engaged child support or anything like that, he's basically he's a babysitter. And that's the babysitter's girlfriend going live for 2 hours and 33 minutes about not her business. That's like, y'all who wanted to know wanted me to comment. That's how I feel. Like, sis, you are totally out of line and you have way overstepped your bounds and you look stupid, and it's very much pick me behavior to come out here and Jeremy hasn't said a word. He's living La Vida Loca on his channel. He doesn't talk about August at all, and you look stupid and slow sitting up here playing video of a baby that is not even legally bound to this man because he has neglected, as I've said, this might be the 5th time, to go on down there to the courthouse and handle the appropriate paperwork the right way so that if he wanted to claim some father status, that he could actually do that. But he can't do that because he has not handled that, and he is not on papers. He's not. She said it in there. He's not legitimized. So whatever I say is whatever I say. And that's the truth. Okay. So Lily was dead on in her live, and Keisha is dead wrong for doing what she did. Keisha would have a fit if the girls went over to visit with their brother and came home talking about some Mama Lee. Okay? You imagine if the kids get older, right? When the kids get older and they're like, we want to go spend the August invited us to come over. We're gonna go spend the night at our brother's house. Okay. And or they go over to Mama Pastel's and all the kids are over there and they see Mama Lee, how they would feel, how Keisha would feel when they came home from Miss Pastel's house because they saw Mama Lee over there and they started saying some Mama Lee. Girl, they would have a fit. Keisha would be beside herself. Okay. She probably could do I mean, I don't know. A restraining order for what? I mean, Keisha's really not coming for her physically. Um, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, they would have a court date. And what would the court date? Keisha's has, if she hasn't left her, you know what I'm saying? Like, um, she would have to have some sort of information that Keisha was some sort of providing some sort of threat. If Keisha is the hacker, Keisha knows who the hackers are. First of all, this is what I would do. If I were Ashley and she really wants to get to the bottom of this whole thing about her Instagram account, go file a police report and tell them that someone who is the husband of your baby father seems to have some information about your Instagram account, and let them figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's start from there, and let's start to see everything start to be released when the police start coming and asking questions, or just the fact that you got a police report now. People now start to feel some type of way. And then let it come out that it'll come out at some point that sis is doing credit repair, credit reporting. If I was doing credit repair, credit reporting in a state where credit repair and credit reporting was not legal for me to be doing, I would be concerned with somebody knocking on my door. That's all I'm saying. Hi, Bama girl. Hey, Bill. Um, okay. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna finish watching Keisha so I can have a full opinion on it. Cause like I said, I did watch Lily's. And I think was 100% right. And as usual, she kept it very cute. I think she unemotionally said what she needed to say. I think she also takes a lot of accountability for her part in even being mixed up with these fools. I think that no matter what you feel about how she lives her life, that's her life. We don't have to live it and you don't have to agree with it. But just on some, I got a Fugazi baby father. And I wish that this woman would shut the fuck up and keep my name and my kid's name up out of her mouth. I totally agree with her. Absolutely. I think Hazel is absolutely hilarious. Her posts are dead on. And I think that as far as the dirty trickery games that Keisha likes to play because she's mad because Ashley is the mother of Jeremy's one son, it gives her a little special tee hee hee inside. There's a reason why Jeremy's not on that birth certificate. Jeremy is a bum, but you know what I'm saying? Like, is he not on the birth certificate because that's his own doing, or is he not on the birth certificate because Keisha's like, no? Uh, yeah. Her baby father's husband is a piece of work. Now she should file on his passport. Bet he pay then. File on his passport. He has to get on the birth certificate. She can file whatever she wants. He's not on the birth certificate. And maybe she's not getting any public assistance. So they're not looking for him. If she were on welfare, food stamps, Medicaid, all those things, maybe they would be trying to get her to provide the father's name so that they can get him for wages and all of those things. And but because she is not, he is not. You know what I'm saying? So if she, depending on her financial situation and what she's getting from the government, if anything at all, she might be completely supporting herself and not attached to anything. She was talking about she just got Blue Cross and Blue Shield. It doesn't sound like she's on Medicare and on Medicaid. So if she's not getting Medicaid, she doesn't get food stamps, she doesn't get any public assistance, she pays all her own bills, she's completely self-sufficient, independent, and doing her own thing. Um, Child support's not looking for him right now because she she's not benefiting from the government. The government's gonna make you draw those names in. I think she got the help with medical care. I think she got the help with the medical care from her. Well, then they might be looking for her to give up a name. Maybe she said the father unknown. Jeremy didn't show up to the hospital because he said he was a celebrity and people might see him. Him and his husband make a great couple. Mr. Anderson. This is what I want to say in closing, guys. Number one, Keisha, when are you going to acknowledge your lawsuit? Midland Credit Management is looking for you. They bought the delinquent file from Neiman Marcus, aka Capital One.
Man, Jalen, what I want, man, Jalen, hey, I can do what I want. I can do what I want. Yeah, that way, bitch. Bitch. I don't.
As far as Ashley's medical care, I'm not really concerned with that. My point is that it's more so from a standpoint, if you're getting government benefits, they're going to try to get the names of who should be financially held also responsible for the child. And she may not be on any sort of public assistance. She might be paying all of her, like, contrary, like I'm sure a lot of you, there's 634 of you. I don't know. I just assume everybody is not on welfare. There's a lot of us pay all of our own way and have all of our own benefits and don't get anything from the state or the government. Like everybody's not on WIC, food stamps. And if you are, God bless. That's what it's there for. Okay. Everyone's not on it. Everyone is not on it. And I would hope Bougie Gang knows that, right? Sis is a single mother, but sis also works in a very lucrative situation where, working in clubs, you can actually make a lot of money. So, I mean, and a lot of money is subjective, because what's a lot of money to a young, someone who's under 30 is probably not a lot of money to me. But if it's enough for her to pay her bills and take care of herself, pay her, handle her business affairs, then, you know what I mean? So she may not even need Jeremy financially at this point. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Anyway, Keisha looks like a complete fool to have done that live. And it made her look really, really, really bad. But I haven't gone through all of it yet. So I'm going to finish watching it. And if I come back tonight, I'll probably be over on Real Talk Bougie. And tomorrow we'll do some reaction into the video. I feel like I want to pull clips on it, but we can start watching it for when she starts to get a little crazy. If you guys are saying that the part with August, because I heard her talking to August, I didn't hear August crying. I didn't get to that part yet. So send me the or I'll have to just write down the timestamps. And at that part, we'll probably, because I don't like, you know what I mean? You guys know most of the time these kids are acting, these kids have situations. Usually I'll fast forward past that because, you know what I'm saying? Like these kids don't make a choice to be on the internet. The praise, it's like, girl. And also just to top it off, the fact that Ashley barely puts him on, but that's also her kid to put on if that's what she wants to do, right? He was very stressed. I can't watch her anymore, so I'll wait for you 2 hours. It was a long ass video. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. And I'll be back. But like I said, I'll probably be over on Real Talk Bougie. We'll talk about this tomorrow. And unless you guys really, really want me to do a call in, and you guys are gonna call in, because I, I'm saying, like, we can just do a reaction in the morning and get into like, we can do the pop the balloon. We can go whichever order you guys want to. So you guys let me know. You said you used to work for Georgia DF, Department of Family and Children's Services. If she's on assistance, the government wants his IDs as a father and the state will recoup. Yeah, if she's not on any kind of assistance, then I'm not sure. Go to ppp.gov and you can see that she may have gotten it forgiven like everybody else. I'm not sure. I'm beyond. Keisha for me, and I want this loud and clear for the people in the bushes. This is on some reactions, reviews, and commentary of her videos. I don't care about Keisha Kaylee Anderson, Mr. Anderson, you know what I'm saying? As far as doing that dirty work, or even caring too much, sis has a whole lawsuit. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that interests me more. As far as her PPP loan, if Keisha got a PPP loan, let's just say this is not what you said. This is what I'm saying. If Keisha got a PPP loan and the feds are looking for her, girl, we're gonna talk about it. Trust me. As far as her loan, I'm gonna just be honest. Go to ppp.gov. I don't care about what Keisha got going on. Like that. You know what I mean? This lawsuit from the credit management company. Oh, that's funny to me because she's so duplicitous in her ways, and the fact that she sits up here and tries to talk to people about their credit and what people can do, what people can't do. And I'm looking for $1 million homes, and sis, you can't even pay a $3,000 Capital One bill. Sis, you need to have several seats. Okay.
There we go. All right, Keisha Anderson versus LaToya.
I'm here.
Thank you, Miss. Is anyone here for Keisha Anderson? All right, not hearing any announcement for Miss Anderson. Last call for Keisha Anderson. The plaintiff is not here, so I'm going to let you choose what date that case will be heard on. What date and time? We've got November 2nd.
And Jeremy has no one to blame but himself. Like someone said in the chat, Jeremy didn't go to the hospital. And Jeremy, the most important thing, guys, Jeremy is not on the birth certificate. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Just imagine any of you grown age people looked on your birth certificate and happened to notice that your dad was not there. You would immediately go into a damn identity crisis, like try to figure out what excuse me? Somebody out there knows exactly what I'm talking about. All right, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. Hit the like button. Think about that until next time we come back on this topic, okay? Think about that and how much of a legit scumbag you need to be for that to occur, okay? It's awful. Awful and a mess. Jeremy, you're fired. You're fired.
By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. It's all about clout.